I'm Seth Pollock with SB Nation. I'm the NBA League Manager. Here with us this morning, obviously, is Jeff Clark of Celtics Blog, doing our first Google Hangout. Have you told your folks how much cool stuff we're going to do with video this year?
No, but we've got a lot of stuff rolling out, and so I guess stay tuned.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be cool. I'm really looking forward to it. You guys got some really exciting plans for Celtics Blog. I won't let any cats out of the bag there. So let's just roll right in. Today we're doing NBA predictions. We're going to talk about the Boston Celtics and just hear your thoughts on how that season's going to go. Start with the obvious question, Jeff. How many games are the Boston Celtics going to win this year?
Man, I'm really bad at numbers and guessing numbers. And if I throw a number out there, it's just going to get ridiculed. But I don't know. I'd say shoot for 60. If we come up a little bit short, that's okay. There's going to be times when we're going to have injury issues or lulls in the season. We always seem to have some sort of lull right after Christmas, although last year was kind of the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I figure something's going to happen during the year that's going to prevent us from having the best record or even the second best record. But I think we'll be in the top 3 or 4 in the East at least.
Top 3 or 4 in the East. So, but 60 wins it's a lot of wins. That seemed a little optimistic, maybe.
Well, see, they again. I'm not very good with numbers.
Okay.
I think maybe in the 50s or something like that. So, like I said, I didn't really research that or take a look at how many wins we won 2 years ago, and the lockout numbers have got me all screwed up. So I don't know.
You're going to tell me next the only number that matters is the championships, right? The number of banners hanging in the Garden.
17.
Yeah. So the regular season is just like one of the things you do to get to that point.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying too. Is that however we get there is however we get there. Once you get to the playoffs, it's all about beating the Heat and then beating the Lakers or the Thunder or whoever it is that will meet in the finals.
Excellent. So team MVP this year, I think it's pretty obvious, but go ahead, let us know who your thoughts on that.
Well, it's not going to be Deontay Christmas. Let's say Rondo.
Okay.
There's a lot to be said, and there's a very good argument for Kevin Garnett, and I'm a big KG fan as well. I mean, he's the plus minus numbers from the playoffs last year are just mind numbing. When he's on the court, we're a fantastic team. When he's off the court, we become more of an average team, or at least we were last year. And I think that's just a testament to how great a player he is on both ends of the court, especially now that he's playing more down low and playing at the center position.
So
Doc is a genius in getting him to do that, by the way. But Rondo is really the straw that stirs the drink in this team, and however far he goes is however far we're going to go, and that's the way it's been pretty much every year.
Is this the year we're going to finally see Rajon Rondo turn into at least a competent shooter?
I don't know. He's got confidence in a few spots. He's actually a very good shooter from the right elbow. Excuse me, but I think that point of the confidence is key. Like he's a confident guy in general, but I think he needs to have that confidence in that jumper, and to succeed at that. Now, all that said, I'm of the opinion, perhaps in the minority, but I'm of the opinion that he could be the MVP of the league without developing a jumper. He's just that good at everything else, and of being that kind of non-conventional, stubborn to the point of being good despite all the other things. He'll just find a way to win without the jumper. Now, I think he's getting better incrementally every year, and so far in the preseason he's been pretty good. But I'm just not going to count on that until I see him, rattle off an entire year of good shooting percentages.
So once again, joining us is Tommy Heisen with his optimistic. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. So X factor with the Celtics this year. Again, I have a pretty good idea, but your thoughts?
Well, James Worthy, obviously. I mean Jeff Green.
Right.
You were talking about Tommy Hines, and Brian Scalabrini's filling in at the broadcast booth for him in the preseason and going to be doing this year. And the thing this preseason is that Scal and a few other people have been referring to Jeff Green as James Worthy, and that's got some people rolling their eyes, and including Jeff Green himself, trying to say, look, let's hold off, let's slow your roll a little bit there. But no, Jeff Green he's a talented, multifaceted player. He definitely has his limitations. He's the classic jack of all trades, master of none. But he does have all those talents, and so as long as we are utilizing him the best that we can and putting him in positions to help the team, he can be a fantastic sixth man or seventh man off the bench, and a kind of a fill in, do everything kind of guy. There's an article that Zach Lowe wrote about how he could be not a LeBron stopper, but a guy that can defend LeBron and give Paul Pierce a little break every once in a while. He's got athleticism to stick with a faster guy like LeBron, but the strength and the size to be able to bang with him a little bit. So that's a unique skill set that not everybody has. Now, said another way, that means he's a tweener, and so he's not really a power forward, not really a small forward, but he does a little bit of both. So,
but he's healthy,
and he's healthy right now. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And knock on wood, that's going to be a big benefit to us this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and with a heart element like that, you're just glad to see a guy recover and make it back to the league.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everything I've heard about the guy is that he's a fantastic guy, a nice guy, just the kind of guy you'd want your daughter to marry. That kind of just really great individual, and it goes without saying, all basketball aside, both him and Chris Wilcox, it's amazing that they're both alive, and it's a real testament to the Celtics training staff that they were able to find these ailments and be able to help them get treated for it. Basketball aside, I think that's just it's just a wonderful story that they've been able to get treated and get healthy. And, I really don't have to remind anybody in the Boston community about Reggie Lewis and what happened with him in terms of a heart ailment. So everyone's heart, pardon the pun, but everyone's heart goes out to Jeff Green and Chris Wilcox, and we're really happy that they're okay.
Well, they've certainly made advances. We saw it this year with Channing Frye, where they discovered in the preseason physical I don't know if there's a similar medical condition, but again, a heart issue. So do you see anyone supplanting the Heat as the winners in the Eastern Conference Final this year?
Well, the Celtics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I am a fanboy. I am very biased.
I see that right behind you there on your shelf.
Yeah, well, a little bit. But if anyone has a chance, then I think the Celtics probably have the best chance in the East. There's other teams that if they put it all together and things come together right, then they've got shots too. But I still think that the Celtics are the best set up in the long run. And once they get into the playoffs and get into a 7-game series, I think that they've got the tools, and Danny Ainge did a lot this offseason to set them up to play against a team like the Heat. We've got good small ball type players. Wilcox and Green are both examples of that. So, but yeah, I think that they've got the tools and the depth in order to give the Heat some real problems.
And you've got every team needs guys a little bit let's just say off kilter, and you have Darko now, right?
Yeah, free Darko. I even got the free Darko books back here. So he's been a pleasant surprise. I came into that signing with no expectations whatsoever. I figured he would just be a punchline and a way for me to write headlines all year. But so far, so good.
Well, give it time. He'll get there. He'll get to where he'll meet your expectations if you wait long. That seems to be his history, though. Honestly, he starts well and then sort of. Let's just say goes off the rails. I mean,
yeah, and I guess the hope that we all have is that Doc Rivers is a genius at psychology, and he manages to get the best out of most of the players that he comes in contact with. And so like I said, if I set my expectations at 0 and he exceeds those expectations, then it's a bonus. Last year we had Ryan Hollins playing significant playoff minutes, so. I'll take a little bit of Darko in my life.
Okay, and final question, Jeff. NBA Finals, who's going to win it all this year?
Celtics.
Celtics. Okay. Well, great.
And
Well,
if
thank
they don't, then I hope the Thunder do, because I'm a big fan of well, obviously Kendrick Perkins, but I love Kevin Durant, and I like the Russell Westbrook and the Beard, and just that
Mhm.
whole team, and so I'm very partial to them, and so
Not
um,
buying into the blue and the purple and gold there. The
who?
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm right
they're
there.
they're great and all, but uh, you know, I guess they certainly could win the whole championship. I think the Heat could win the championship, but like I said when Dwight Howard got traded, it's going to be awesome when the Celtics are playing the Thunder in the finals.
All right, excellent. Well, Jeff, thanks. It was fun chatting with you again, and we'll see you soon.
Great, thanks, Seth.
All right, bye.